Buongiorno. From our home in Sicily, we're going to go to Ispica in the province of Ragusa, and we're going to enter two glorious churches. You don't want to miss this. And then wait until you see this scrumptious spread at a birthday party, our friend Jody's birthday party. And then we're going to walk through a series of caves, an archaeological site where people once lived, worked, and even prayed at.
You know, Esther, with this temperature 100 degrees today, and it's going to be for the next few days, living in a cave really ain't a bad idea after all. Anyways, let's go see what this video is about.
Look at the beautiful blue in this, the blue church. And there's a star in the middle of each one of these apses. This cobalt blue is just striking. And you look up and there's the star. That's beautiful, Mary. This wooden cross is just beautiful with the intricate detail. Here's the red church. This is the Loggia Sinatra. And what is it used for?
It's part of the Basilica. It's part of the church grounds here. Back in the monarch days, the carriages would come up to drop all the noblemen in for church. You know, this is kind of like a semicircle driveway.
Entryway.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And now they're little offices, but can you imagine going to work here? Huh.
Connection.
At the detail on that. This is beautiful. Oh. Basilica di Maria di Maggiore. Stunning, like stunning, the detail.
The things that Ispica is known for is its ornate ironwork. You'll see it on the balconies and the churches everywhere. But
Oh, wow.
that's Holy Thursday.
And this is the Hall of Miracles. Just like we have in Trecastagni. Born in Catania and died in Ispica. And look at that. He's the one who painted the ceiling. This marble is beautiful. Buonasera. And there's Mary. The 1693 earthquake that leveled much of the east coast of Sicily was a game changer for all the towns. Not only were the towns leveled, the people were left with a choice: rebuild in exactly the same place or build in another location. For instance, Noto built in a completely different location from the original site. Ispica rebuilt right here. Very unique decorations. This is the Liberty style of architecture. The Settimana Santa is a very important period here in Ispica. And of course, this is the year of the Jubilee, and this nice guy just gave this to us to show us the majestic scenes where Jesus and Mary meet. This was in past years. We may just have to come over here
Yeah.
in April and look at this procession that they have. I know our friend Jody DeLuca has done many videos and posts about this. There's Holy Thursday. Wow, look at this. All right, well, we may just have to do it.
In Santa Settimana, Holy Week, the Red Church is responsible for Holy Thursday. If you can't see it right now, but the stained glass up there is 3 statues. It's with Christ being whipped by the Roman soldier and a witness. And for 23 hours they carry that statue from the Cava de Ispica, from the canyon, from the cave. There's a cave church, original church in the cave, around this town, and multiple laps inside the church for 23 hours on Holy Thursday.
Wow. Look at these rock formations. Wow. I just knocked on the doors and this beautiful girl answered. She's practicing. Next, we're going to go to the beach and a birthday party of our dear friend Jody. Wait until you see this setup and also the delicious foods. We're going to talk to the chef, and who is also an author. But first, again, if you haven't known, this guy just turned 75 and you've gotten a lot of love.
You know, I'm wearing this hat today, the New York Police Department hat with the badge of Lieutenant Detective Joseph Petrosino, who was martyred way back in early 20th century in Sicily, but he was a New York cop because he was investigating the Black Hand. This was gifted to me by Joe Montecolono. I believe he's a director of this organization, right?
He is, and also of the Sicilian Project. It was so great to have lunch with him and his lovely wife, and guess what? We're going to have a whole segment about this cop next week for sure.
Joe, I just want to, if you're watching this programming today, which I know you are, I've been wearing this hat every day, and I've been researching Lieutenant Detective Petrosino a lot, and I can't believe the story that this guy has had.
All right, let's go to the beach party. Oh my God. Can't get any better than this. Now take a look at this. We've got sausage, we've got meats, we've got some kind of salsa, we even have guacamole, focaccia, we've got panelle,
You know everything.
we've got arancine with pesto, patate,
Sauce with carrot, ginger, and orange.
carrot, ginger, and orange. This is the chef Francesco, who, by the way, has written a book, a vegetarian book, who will be available very soon. And I'm gonna make sure that I'll leave a link.
10 days is ready.
And then what do we have here?
Sweet potato in tempura.
Tempura,
Yeah.
and then what else?
Mixed baked vegetables.
Baked
bell
vegetables.
pepper, eggplant, and zucchini.
And then we have the fresh ricotta, the pecore.
Exactly.
We have the ricotta,
Exactly.
the fresh.
We have
Okay, and then
focaccia with almond and spinach.
focaccia with almond and spinach.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, how did you get into this cooking vegetarian and Sicilian, 100% Sicilian foods?
Exactly. Where? Why?
Perché?
Perché? But because I think it's the best way to eat in Sicily. Yeah, the vegetables are amazing.
Eat local and local.
And local. Everything is near. Yeah.
And the meats, they're all local, nothing,
Of course,
0 kilometer
Zero
food.
kilometer, just around here.
Good for the body, good for the soul.
Exactly.
We have here, besides the Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, of course.
What do we have?
This is beef fillet.
Beef fillet,
Yeah. This is ribs. Pork
ribs. Alfred
Yeah.
Zappala, you should have been here.
Yeah. Yeah, bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
And,
Check out
and
this.
sausages and chicken.
Sausages and chicken and everything.
Cosa c'è di diverso dagli altri? Allora, la cosa che veramente c'è di diverso dagli altri è che facciamo tutto fresco.
Everything's fresh.
And daily. Every day we cook the bread and the vegetable every day. And every day we finish all and we restart tomorrow. This is, I think, incredible.
That's the best. Grazie mille, Francesco. Ciao. Now that's a birthday party. Happy birthday, Bella.
Thank you. My goodness, look at those fireworks.
What a party. Great food, great people. You can't get any better. The morning after, you can't go wrong with this must-eat breakfast of champions. Next, we're going to go to the Cave di Ispica, caves of the Ispica, which run actually from Modica all the way to Ispica. And I'm not going to describe it because let's just go there. It is pretty remarkable and very unique in Sicily. So take a look at this magnificent set of limestones that are here, and it's a series that runs all the way from here. Archaeologists believe these series of caves used for people to actually live in some of these caves. They also sought refuge. As you can imagine, some of these were used as tombs as well. And there's about 6,000 caves where people lived. They sought refuge. They built churches. There's an antiquarium. There's a palazzo. It is an extensive archaeological site and probably one of the most important in Sicily. Certainly one of the biggest, for sure. And you can come here, pay €4, and take a nice 20-minute stroll, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, right in here, and admire not only nature, but beautiful limestone rocks and caves. This was a tunnel carved into the rock with more than 280 steps, and the function was to get water from down there up here. If you look across too, there's a bunch of caves all over the place too. And right in the middle of everything is a mini amphitheater. Great. From the 14th to 16th century, these rectangular caves were used as stables and storerooms for the palazzo. And over here is probably where they drank the water. Dating back to the 17th century, these remains were found around here. Plates and bottles. Wow. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the archaeological museum we have in Acqua Castello. Very well kept. Little hidden treasure inside a rock. Like you'd think they would make this a proper museum. But no, here it is inside one of the caves. There's tools, flints, ceramics, which date back, probably back to the Bronze Age. Now if you go to Cava Grande series of rocks right outside of Avila, there's some very similar rock formations, but not as well detailed and kept like the ones over here. Oh, it's a hot one. Always up for a hike to take you guys to places like this. Probably this was one of the places they lived in. More capers. Wow, look at that. Thousands of years old. This looks like a fava bean tree, I think. The beans inside sure look like it. Here's a residence of the landlord's Spaccaforno of the Caruso e Statella family. This was a palazzo right in the middle of the caves. Wow. There are restaurants in here today, shops, well used. Beautiful wild capers growing just naturally right here. And it's end of June and just about ready. So as you walk along here, you can just pick some capers. And fig trees too. Probably another few weeks for the figs though.
It's amazing painted ceiling I've ever seen
Mother
in my
Church.
life.
What a fun time in Ispica. Ispica is known for its Liberty style or Art Nouveau architecture. It's got those two beautiful churches. As you heard, it's known for its Holy Week celebrations, and what a great visit. And those caves, let me tell you, very, very unique. Although in Sicily also, and other places in Sicily, there are instances where people used to live in caves. So very, very cool.
I want to give a shout out to our pal Jody DeLuca, who has carved out a wonderful life as an expat down there. And also featured this week, I got to see downtown Curtis Brown, our old California friend who is relocating to Europe and to Portugal for the first time in several years. It's always good to catch up to old friends, and Esther was at the beach party and taking video, and I wasn't. But it's a great place to go, and it's a great little town. I'm glad that you went there. What are you going to tell them about our December trip?
Well, we do have a New Year's Eve party that we have out of Taormina and also here in Acicatena. And message me if you want more details about it. So we have that. And let's see, our May and June tours for 2026 are up, and all the other tours will be up there later on.
One last thing that I want to say is, and we want to thank you once again, our community has been growing, and Esther reported to me this morning, for the first time in history, I'm going to make this announcement, last month, the last 30 days on our Facebook programming, how many views, E?
2.4 million views.
2.4 million views. And
it's thanks to you guys.
It's all you. It really is. She got one video this week. It was 100 or 200,000 views. I don't know how many shares. It's just overwhelming, and we're just, our hearts are full of gratitude.
Yes,
for
sure.
for the help that you've given us. But never remember, and this is what I tell E about. It's not E. It's not A. That's the story. It's Sicily. It's Sicily.
And we do it for you.
And
that's why it's you, us, me, and Sicily.
There you go. That was a good one, Bunstar.
Yes, honey. Listen, sto cubando. Do you know what that means?
Stai cubando.
Stai cubando. That means, I even forgot my mug here on the set, so I can't ching you because my brain is fried. Anyway.
In Italian, they say stai moreno or sto moreno.
Fa caldo. Fa caldo.
Troppo caldo.
Troppo caldo.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for being here. Who knows what we'll have for next week, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
It'll be a good one.
And listen, it'll be something fresh.
God bless you.
Ciao.
Sa benediga.